Hi. Today I'm going to show you how to curl your ribbons if you're going to make any of these clog barrettes, or you can use the same ribbon for your hair. And basically this is just how I curl my ribbon. You can use satin ribbon, you can use grosgrain ribbon, organzas, your metallics, any of them work. The only thing I don't like about the organza is it just sticks out. It doesn't bend. There's no bend to it. Same with the metallic ones. But your regular satin and grosgrain works great. Okay, so how I do it is I use a heating gun. I bought this about 10 years ago at Walmart, so I don't know where you can get them nowadays, but I think I paid like $19.99 for it. And basically I bought it for when I was doing the Stampin' Up! Cards, you know, where you emboss your glue and your glitters. So basically it was to cure the embossing powders. It's also good for shrinking your plastic and your tubing. Like I'm making my own shoelaces for my sandals, for my tennis shoes. So you can buy this plastic tubing. It's called shrink tubing, and you can actually make your own aglets on your shoelaces. You can also use it if you want to cut your shoelaces in half, but I'll show you that another time. It also is good for your any of your crafting needs, and I used it when I was making gel candles, and then you know how you get the bubbles on the top of your candles. I was able to use my this heat gun and get the bubbles out of the top of my gel candles. So it's come in handy. It was worth the $20. Okay, so how I'm making these ribbons is I'm using all my knitting needles. These are all my aluminum knitting needles. And what I'm doing is I wrap my ribbon around my knitting needle, and then I heat it for like a minute, and this is what you end up with, a curly ribbon. I watched a couple on YouTube, and they were using wooden dowels that they were sticking in the oven for like I don't know, 20 minutes or 25 minutes or whatever. But this works, and it's just as easy if you have a hot gun. You can go up to, this is a size 17 knitting needle, and it'll give you a really big curl. I guess if you were making like ponytail holders, or you wanted something to hang really long and really big, that's what you would do. I don't see myself using this size for any reason. I just did it to see if I could do it. And yeah, it does work. This is a size 10 knitting needle. This gives you a pretty good curl on your ribbons. I can see myself using these in all kinds of projects. You can even make your own doll hair out of this curly top ribbon, or all kinds of stuff. But what I'm using for my shoes, these little ones here, I'm using, these are size 5, and size 5 seems to work really good on these little barrettes for these shoes. These might be a 4 or a 5, I'm not sure. I think this was 5 and this might have been a 4. But that's what I'm doing with this. I've gone down to a size 2. This is a size 3, and you get a really, really, really tight curl. So it all depends on what you want to use it for. This is a size, that was a size 3. This is a size 2, and that is just, a really, really tight curl. The only thing I might use this for is if I want to mix the size of the curls for whatever I happen to be making at the time. But I probably won't be going down as low as a size 2. But they're all aluminum knitting needles. This is my size 5, and this is what I've been using the most of. It's working out the best for me, so size 5. If you do a ribbon and it doesn't, and you get this effect, that means you didn't heat it long enough. So you need to just put it back on your knitting needle and reheat it, and it'll come back again, no problem. You're just going to redo it. So let me show you how I do it. I just take any of my ribbons. This is going to be regular polyester, 100% polyester. I'm going to take my knitting needle, and I'm going to start it anywhere. You don't have to make them this long, it's just whatever you want to do. Now what you see is what you get, so if you don't have any spaces between your ribbon and your, the next, if you wrap it really tight like this, you're not going to get any spaces when it's done. So if you want that look good, that's what you're looking for, that's what you're going to get. So I don't go for that look on mine. I like the space in between them, but like I said, it's whatever you want to do. But just beware that what you see is what you get. Okay, so just keep wrapping all the way around as much as you need. You don't need to do the whole thing. And then just secure it however, with that, whatever kind of clip you have. Okay, so there's ready to go. So I'm just going to set it down, and I'm going to turn on my hot gun. Now this is going to get very hot. It's going to get so hot you're not going to be able to touch it, and that's what you want. Aluminum. I have an ironing board pad here, so I can set my gun down, but I wouldn't leave the room, or I wouldn't leave it like this, because this is dangerous. It's not a toy. So I'm going to let that heat up. It takes about probably about a minute for each of the heat ups. But like I said, it works for metallics really well. This one I don't even think you need to do it for a minute because it heats up so well. And with the organza ribbon, same thing. Heats up really well. Yeah, see, I can barely touch it, it's so hot. Okay, I'm just going to leave that, let it cool down for a little bit, and then I'll take it off and show you. This one I used white, a plaid, and 2 shades of purple, and I put, I think I did 2 of each color through here. Now you got to remember though, just because you're curling the ribbon, you still have to seal your ends with whatever you're going to seal with, whether it, well, I use a lighter, I use heat. I don't know what you use as your heating element, but I just use a regular lighter. But that was very cute. And this is a heart button. And since I didn't want to have to go through all my threads and find a matching thread color, I just weaved the ribbon through the button itself, and it's a perfect color match. And I don't have to worry about trying to match that color. Okay, I think that's probably cool enough. And there you go. There's your curly ribbon. Okay, I'll see you again. Thanks for watching.